options, so many options I can't even decide. But I know it's not with you and I. We on a different vibe. So many options I can't even decide. But I know it's not with you and I. We on a different vibe. Try to win me back, you done swung that bat. So I'm running home to ya. If your paper and long messages.
Hey, yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's Ty Lamar. There it is.
Winters,
And this is.
talking shit with TNT.
Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? Been a long time since we did.
Good, y'all.
Yeah, what up? What up? What up? What up? There's a lot of things going on. You know, we had a little vacation time. Got to get our mind right. So, we're going to start this off really good right now. Oh, so have you seen the Dave Chappelle comedy show?
The special? I have.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was funny as shit.
I thought it was funny as shit too. I laughed my ass off. Well, as you may already know, it's been a big old thing on TV and shit like that. But it's been an uproar about the show in the gay community, mostly the transgender community. And people were very offended by it. And I'll be honest, I'm having a hard time seeing what the offense is. Can you educate me on that, or by any chance? Because I don't really see it.
I think it's more so a sensitivity to what he's saying. But if they he even explained it again, as he's been explaining it again, it's not he's not saying that he's transphobic, even though in his skits and stuff he says he's transphobic. It's like he's saying, I'm trying to show the difference between how you all, this population, is able to get stuff happening for you, but Black people have been trying for years and years and years, and we ain't going hardly nowhere. And so he said he's always had his issues, always been against white folks.
That's true, though. I mean, most of his comedy, especially his early comedy, was against white people. So I know that is true. I don't know. I watched it. There's a lot of truth in what he say. I mean, there's a lot of truth in it. I just feel like there's a lot of sensitivity in this world. Period. People are like there's so much bitch assness going on in this world now that everybody's not genuine about what the fuck they feel. You know what I mean? And how they act and shit like that. It's like everybody gotta be a victim and find somebody to be, that's the boogeyman. And when they see people who are going through real trials, it's almost like, well, you may be going through this, but I'm going through that. You know what I mean? Like, in reality, and certain aspects of me, I'm always like this when it comes to that aspect of things. It's like, okay, you have the transsexual people and the homosexual people, and they're, oh, well, we're offended because he talked down to us. I have never seen a group of people with as much power as they had. The one point that got me the most was when he said that the baby killed the nigga and nothing happened to his career. But he got on stage and said some homophobic things, and they want to cancel this nigga on the spot. If that don't make no sense to you, I don't know what does. Like, really. Like, that should tell you all you need to know when it comes to actually killing a man over some words about their sexuality.
It's a major thing because, I mean, I guess they've also been dealing with sexuality, gender equality, for as long as about the same amount of time, but the progression from one to another, I think that's what he was trying to say. Like the special itself, like you said, it's art. It's how you see it. When you look at different like actual artistic pieces. It's how you view it. It's how you see it. Some people may get offended of saying, there's a meme that's going around that has there's a slide, and the slide looks like a vagina and a penis going in it. Okay, some people may be offended because of that. Other people like me find it like it's hilarious. It's a teaching moment. Yeah. If that goes in there, kids come out. Yeah. Okay.
Oh wow.
So, hey, don't do that, kids. I mean, it's a slide. It's at a playground. So, I mean, I thought it was hilarious, but also, it's a teachable thing. It's teaching you stuff. Like even in the special where he was talking about the black dude who had the slaves, like literally, I learned every time that I listen to or watch Dave Chappelle, I learned something. Yeah. So, I mean, it's art, and I thought it was hilarious.
And the way he said that at the time, that was a way of showing wealth, and the fact that he was even harder on his slaves than the white people were. Like, he's like, damn, nigga, like that. That does happen, and that does happen in the Black community. I feel like, I just feel like we look at things when it comes to others, and we can see that others are getting progress, and we are still stuck on our own bullshit. Like, we still are not connected. You know what I mean? Like, they get people canceled. Like, they have things just stop happening. Man, please. Nigga get stepped on, choked out, die down the street. Still happens. Nobody get canceled. Nothing goes wrong. Anything like that. But when it comes down to Bill, you say something wrong, your whole career over with. That don't even make no sense. So, I really did like the special. I really did find it entertaining. And one part of the special, when he was talking about his friend, what was his name, Daphne?
Yep.
All right. The one thing, when he said that Daphne stopped and looked at him, and he said that she told him, I'm having a human experience right now, I was like, dang, that was real deep right there. You know what I mean? Like, and we always minimize that. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight, black, white, Asian. We are all living this human experience. And I don't think that we should be able to experience it together in the way we need to. But I always feel like as comedians, their job is to make fun of the funny things that are about us. Like there's no boycotting when you hear a joke against Black people on the stage. You know what I mean? There's no boycotting when you hear about a joke against white people, or Asians or nothing like that. It's ha ha ha. I mean, I think we take ourselves so seriously. Like people starting to take themselves so seriously now. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and laugh at the shit. Like the shit was fucking funny. Like literally, if you just look at like somebody say something about you that was fucking true, you made like, oh yeah, that was funny. It's like, now it's just like I just need a reason to boycott, a reason to get mad, and I just don't. I'm not really fucking with that shit.
Because of sensitivities, or just the fact that, oh my gosh, someone picked on me.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. Like, oh, you picking on me. But I feel like we all been teased at. We've all been picked. We all been, torn apart.
It depends on your generation, though, because for my kids, like the competition came, they started playing sports, whereas my competition came as soon as I got into elementary school. There was already competition going on. Boom, bada bing. When I was started, the competition, well, I could say that the strong competition started third grade. At my elementary school, they used to have a field day, and the whole school let out for field day. They would all come out there with their food, pack lunches, blah, 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 sit on the hill and watch all the kids compete.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one of the top competitors.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I ain't gonna say just because I was a black kid, but I was the top competitor, okay? I could go against the white boys, okay? That's how good I was. And I would always, my best friend, bless her heart, I love her though. When I was in elementary school, my best friend at the time, bless her heart, was slow as molasses. And I would be like, I didn't know whether I should go first or whether I should go second. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I'm the only black girl in my grade. So you know that my friend didn't like me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know whether I should go first or whether I should go second. Because either way, I knew I was going to have to either make up the time that she didn't make there, mm-hmm. or I was going to have to speed up and get down there quick enough that she'd have time. I have to get for everybody so she can get back. So at least we could come in like second, you know.
The fastest person always go last.
It never worked. Never. It didn't matter. It did not matter. It never worked because it didn't matter if I beat everybody down there, and I did. Mm-hmm. It never mattered if I beat everybody back or because she just was not at that time. And I chose the wrong sport to be with that with. We should have did like the egg toss, mm-hmm. or some catch game, mm-hmm. not a pure athletic game.
Yeah.
Because that girl, she couldn't even get into the sack.
Mm. Oh, she was heavy?
I mean, we both were heavy. It was elementary school. I had pounds on. I mean, I wasn't chunky, but I was like athletic chunky.
Okay.
I can move. Okay. I can move. Like I said, I was quicker than a lot of the boys.
Yeah.
You know, I could throw harder than a lot of the boys. I could punch harder than a lot of the boys.
And you tried it a couple times, didn't you?
I did. Mm-hmm. I fought on the playground. You got one good time to call me the N-word. And guess what, buddy? Mm-hmm. You about to find your nose bleeding. Okay? All right, then.
That's interesting. I mean, really, that's interesting. And that's crazy, though, like you just said, though. It's just, it's funny that as we are we're older people. I'm older than you, but I'll put that there. But we're older people. And the way we were teased or the way we grew up was a little bit harder. I mean, let's keep it real, you know. And we got these newer people, especially these. I like on the comedy show. He's into the old gays, you know, that was tough and strong. I mean, but like you only said it with gay people, but I just think this whole generation just soft right now, to be honest with you. And they just, I think as. I'm not going to say my generation because I'm not old enough. Like, I got grown kids. My kids ain't grown. I can have grown kids, but I don't have grown kids. Like, I think my sister generation, her people in their mid 40s and 50s, they raised some weak motherfuckers. Like, literally, they raised some bitch ass niggas. Like, really. And now
I can't say that I didn't though.
Huh?
I don't know if my kids are actually. See, the thing about raising kids is that you never know if they're gonna be tough or not until they done being raised. Till they got grown.
You know what though? I think it comes to the fact that we grew up in a tougher area, like tougher society. Now we coddle kids, we coddle people. Like, you know, even when they little, you know, we were back when we were growing up. Like, we were in our teenage. Well, I was in my teenage years. You probably living through it. But you know, they stopped giving out winners and losers, and they had a whole bunch of participation awards when you used to do athletics, and that always was like dumb to me. Like, you either win or you lose. If you win, you won. You lose, you better go get better to win the next time. You know what I mean? But nowadays, you know, this youthful generation, they're all about taking the easy way out. They only care about winning. They don't care about nothing else but winning. Period. Like,
they think that it's not even about that. They think the win is supposed to be handed to them.
Yes. And the biggest thing is,
you don't deserve it, but here, take that.
Exactly. And the biggest thing to me is rather going through, like, they don't understand that winning is not the biggest part of it, but the journey to get to winning. is the biggest part of the whole thing. The struggle is what makes winning even better. Not just winning because you got the like it's easy. If it was like okay. Part of that. But if it was easy, then anybody can do it. You know, the struggle of getting there and doing it, that's the part that really is the best part about it. But I really did like that Dave Chappelle special. I enjoyed it. You know, it was funny to me. I think he had a lot of truth. And if you still see through all the bullshit, you really can really look at what he really was saying and not trying to be based on what these people are like mad about.